hanging from each side of the mouth with plenty of hot sauce. Diana, you are right about the hot sauce. Yes, it was deli rotisserie chicken. Hi, everybody. Scared to make chicken chili. Yum! Green chilies, I hope. Goes really well with chicken. Yes, I'm late. Because I wanted to finish Flash. And I finished him. He's cool. He's fun. He has spells and way too many fucking skills. And skill feats. Jesus, investigators have skill feats. Don't touch that. You're going to knock that over, you little brat. He can't hear me anyway. I don't know why I am telling him anything. Thank you. I'm glad I made it too. I'm still glad you made it, Trickster. Dude, I'm going to ask people to talk about it later on. So if all of you want to or are willing to download all of the characters that we have so far, they're in the Discord in CCC. Mara isn't finished. Sorry. I mean, she's finished in my head. She's finished in the windows are open on my phone. We can talk about her, but I didn't write everything down. So 3 of the characters are finished. But I want to talk about how like all of them will work as a team after we make the last bastard. I almost said boy. Doesn't have to be a boy. Person. Dude. Have you ever just sat and played with a kitty's belly fur? He likes it, trust me.
Yeah, he sure looks like he likes it.
Okay, all right. Camera down, then I'll do it.
No, you're gonna snap it out of there.
But it's important. Oh, you're right. I am. See, like back here. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And it just keeps flopping on its own. As Homer would say, woohoo, look at that blubber fly.
Feather duster.
Yeah, feather duster. Dude, guys, I can't fucking see the screen at all anymore. My life is ruled by cats. Yeah, that's one of them. Ah! It's so weird when I get startled by sounds and he doesn't. I'm still tripping on this whole deaf cat thing. It's weird. God, fucking. You see what I'm dealing with? I can't see the chat. Claw marks to prove it. Yes, that's a bottle. Sauce of verde instrument. Yum. That's great. That's yum. Wow, good choices, Scaredy. She knows how to cook, dude. I mean, okay, you do too, but she cooks a lot and her food's yummy looking. It's like I can smell it through the internet. Thank you. Thing just.
Pretty good at taking pictures of it.
Yes, she's also good. That's a separate skill. Storm has learned this. It's a separate skill to take pictures of something, then make the damn thing. Like this 80 millimeter. I almost hit him in the head. 80 millimeter liquid cord eye. Obviously, I am sucking at taking photography of it right now. If you count video, yes, you love everything. But she's good at taking pictures of it. Oh my God, what? I'm sorry. Whoever wins this is getting cat slobber. It's just the way it is. I love you too. Yeah. Thing made me a zip fizz, so I can have energy now. Obviously, I'm dragging. Was not here last time. What was cooked up? What role is still missing? Okay, so we have a fucking AoE blaster bitch. Her dragon, stop it. Her dragon can do 3d6 damage in an area, a 15-foot cone or 30-foot line, once every 1d4 rounds. Stop it, because dragon. And she can, for a focus point, do a 6d6 similar cone, but double the area. And she has 3rd level spells. So she has a water spell that also does 6d6 and pushes everybody. So we have, Fish is a summoner, blaster type, magic girl. Yes. And I gave Flash Peace Lothington, because that's a name I'm making up because it's fun. Timber Sentinel. Hate on me all you want. Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. But he's a sloth. He makes a tree. He climbs a tree. Goes to sleep. It's a fucking sloth. I had to have him have some way of slothing it up. Oh, and also I gave him an ability that lets him grow moss. Because sloths grow moss. Because they're so inanimate that moss just grows on them. Seriously, it's fun. Download the character sheet. Cats are the rulers. We are just the pets that feed them. Yes, this is true. Oh, hi, baby. Why? He said I'm not getting pets because my human is busy, so I'm bothering you. God, guys, why? Leave my fucking drinks alone. Well, you're touching them. Uh-huh. Oh, I figured out that that Flash, yes, I could take Psychic, but because he's not at least 7th level, he wouldn't get the teleport ability of the amped Unbound Step. Yeah, hi, Warp Step. So it just didn't seem as useful as something else. And then I realized that I could sacrifice one of the feats because the Palatine Detective 6th level feats are kind of shit. And that gives me 2 feats. Cadet Assist, 2 feats, gives him an impulse. And it took 10% no 4. So, I mean, he can also launch splinters, which is weird. But he's all about recall knowledge. The recall knowledger. So we have a person that's doing recall knowledge checks. That's great. We needed a smart guy. We have somebody who's keeping one person busy per turn. That's the cat wrestler. Because don't these guys just say wrestler to you? They're so fierce. Grr. And I just reviewed them. What was the second one? The Anadi, who I just named the Emancipator. She really needs a name. Somebody name her, please. And Mara the fish girl I named Slithers because like Slithers could be a fish name or an eel name in the tank. And so her name is Mara Slithers because she does. She slithers all over the planet, bringing wetness to people, spreading the joy of being moist. Okay, who is sitting on my keyboard? Oh, God. There. Oh, you smell sour. Don't, no, go that way. Oh, nah, nah. Yes, I can be prissy and hard edged at the same time. That's me. Ugh, ads. Tara thinks she is with how armsy she is when you have food. This makes sense because Kitty. Hi, yeah. That is my pinky in your throat. Is that good for you? Okay. Um, technically, Flash can cast one divine cantrip, benediction, because it's useful. And he also got our sloth investigator got primal spells. Stop it. Primal spells, occult spells, divine spells, and arcane detect magic. Just happened that way. He was shipped off after starting to show signs of Nephilim because families sold themselves for the power, pretending to be the cleric. Yes, we have champion, cleric, but also remember commander and guardian, and they just their final forms just got produced as well. So we can still use them because the commander, Zarquan brought up something. The commander in this group giving actions and reactions to people might actually be the best use of a leader type, giving extra actions to the other marshals and strategizing with placement and special abilities. Yeah, what's too many cats? I don't want to go to Discord to remember this. I want to just remember it. Okay, so the first character we got is Mittens the Muchador. Mittens the Masked Muchador. Do not hairball on my remote control. And the second one was the Anadi, who is all about music, who now has a musical wind pet that sings to accompany them and actually adds a +1 bonus to their performance checks for battle dancing. What? Like, the only way that that's really useful is if you are a swashbuckler and you take a witch archetype, which I did. Yeah, it was supposed to be a bard. Fuck that. There was like, I took witch because it saved 2 feats, and I still got bardic lore and occult spells and music. What's the point of bards? Bards blow. Hi, Vanessa. I want somebody to sell me on a bard. I need to be convinced that bards are good. Or, I mean, sorry, but or wizards. Like, what's good about a wizard that a witch can't do? Bards have good proficiencies. You're not wrong. Yes, hello. He's fascinated with the camera. Bard, but how can you? Okay, I'm going to wager you, Zarquan, or anyone else who's interested. I want you to build a bard of any level, and I'll build a witch of equal level, and I'll do everything the bard can do and more. Everything. And more. What can a bard do that a witch can't? Name one fucking thing. Play music? Play music to heal people? Okay, technically, but the witch can play music and heal people, so it's the same thing. All right, so I'm going back to Discord to download these on this computer. Mara, Flash, Enuncipator. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong image. Remove. He's just tearing up the bed. It's okay.
I don't know. I need to be able to take pictures of them. You have to put shit on too.
Oh, let's move some stuff because the camera director has demanded so. Because pictures of kitties.
Oh no! You can't put it all over here because they're gonna be over here too.
Where do I put it?
On the floor behind you.
Just okay. Hold on. Those will go there. And this, I don't know, next to me. And then I will take these and move them somewhere else. What? Am I only one with weird sound fallouts? Oh. I hope. Yeah. Was that a command to sing? Don't threaten me, I will.
Oh.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I do get choppy and audio freaks out. I'm not sure why, but it seems like of all the times for our Wi-Fi to fuck up, it happens during stream. What?
Well, that does make sense because this is when we're pumping the most through it.
I'm not peeing. Trust me. All right, back to the downloads. Okay, so we have Flash, who is the I know everything guy and recall knowledge. He also has thievery and stealth, and he's sort of off healer because Timber Sentinel. Like, there's been a little bit of healing spread on different characters. Like Mora, the fish lady, also has healing. So I don't think we need a healer in this group. And what? No, why? Why are you obsessed with these things? Fine. Hide them under your bed. Jerk. Marker erasers. I don't know. It's the feeling, I guess. Okay, Enuncipator. Let's look at her and see if she has any off-healing abilities. I don't think so. No. That's right. She can make a potion, and she has a little pet. So again, utility in combat, and can make her pet blow fire. So that's cool. More AoEs. Or we can use the potion to make a healing potion every day. Whatever we need. Electricity resistance, can change it into friend shapes. Reactive strike, basically melee. Also, Mara's dragon can cast shield. So our frontline marshals are the kitten that changes into a bear with druid spells and wrestles people. The Anati, because swashbuckler, because stabby and reactive strike. But also has lore master dedication. We have all the knowledge in this group. There's no need for anybody to do special recall knowledge shit because we got it. The Anati is also good at helping friends in combat and removing fear in combat and intimidation. So got the charisma connections there. So Mittens will be just targeting one person. The Anati, Emancipator, will be in melee in general. Mara's pet, Water Dragon, which has spout and shield, will be in the front lines as well. But because it has shield, and I'm sort of being cheesy, Mara's 6th level feat is going to be Exemplar archetype, so she can heal herself, Scar the Survivor, so she can heal the tank. We really don't need more marshals. We've got 3 with the Summoner's pet, Mittens, who can wrestle the fuck out of anything, the Anati Swashbuckler, and technically Flash is also a marshal. I mean, he has the ability to hit people really precisely. Yeah, he's there for skills, but he's also a marshal. So we have 4 marshals, and in a group of 5 people, we just don't need anyone else in the midst of combat. So somebody commanding from the back lines like a commander, somebody casting battlefield changing things, or maybe healing, but it's not really that essential. And remember, we can do a lot of weird fucked up shit with archetypes too. Okay, I'm gonna go back to chat now to read what everybody's been saying. Oh, it is what Bard can do better than anyone. Not really, because you can specialize in charisma and performance. You can be just as good as a Bard at singing. Oh, you used my name suggestion for the fish. Yeah. Trying to eat tacos, talk with the wife, listen and contribute, and play. Uh-huh. Of course your brain hurts. We don't have a physical ranged user. We are no fighter. Grr. Don't even fucking fighter. And technically Flash is also ranged because he's a kineticist. He can throw splinters. Because wood. Oh, and who else was ranged? If we wanted them to be. Well, obviously Mara is ranged. The kitten isn't. Will you stop fucking with everything?
You're not paying attention to him.
Oh, come here. Come here. I will pet you and love you and talk with them at the same time. And Commander can use a bow or take Archer. Yeah, okay, true. But the group as it is dynamic. It can be split up into ranged and martial melee and support. I can't really think of what else we need because, what we need to be able to do in combat, because we even have demoralize. We have athletics with the kitten with Mittens. I'll just call him Mittens. Will you stop spelling shit? Yes, it's all loot. Yes, both are magic range, but I see your point. It's interesting having a deaf cat because he's visually attentive constantly, because that's his ears too. So he watches me do everything. And if there's something that is visually distracting, like a blue light, he'll just keep going back to it and fucking with it. Like the one on my video camera. Remember also that we don't need to just focus on mechanics. You can if you want to figure out what that last slot will be. But also it could be story roleplay, because this group is all about, like, for individual reasons, but then together in the end, protecting the planet by destroying installations, creation structures that harm nature. And so their main target eventually is probably Alkenstar, because it's the hardest outpost of engineering to take down, because magic is unpredictable and usually useless there. So they're gonna have to, like, band together to figure that out. I mean, maybe an alchemist would be a good member of the group in the end, because they don't rely on magic. Debuffer to weaken the enemy since all other roles are covered. Maybe some dots and curses. I'm gonna look at Emancipator's spells because I don't remember what they are. Ah! Jesus. That was cold. Musical accompaniment, bullhorn, liberating command, and calm. Yeah, she's not a debuffer. Just not. So yeah, we don't have debuffs. But like at this point, anything that would be best for the party is enhancing what's there. Because we have all the basics. Again, except a primary healer, because I don't think we need one. You're making me play musical chairs with all of my containers. Wubba 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 wubba. That's just me playing with his fat. I know it's not fat. It's a primordial pouch. That's what kitties have there, because that's how kitties evolved. It's protective. Did I not upload the mittens that has spells? I thought I did. Well, fuck nuggets. Mittens does not have spells written down. I apologize. Fuck. I will have to do that after the stream. I thought I uploaded that one. I said I did. Doesn't mean I did. Enchanter archetype is normal buffs and debuff support. I'm in a general RPG sense. Yeah. Exemplar for what? They're primarily martial. The hell's that archetype called that has enchantment and shit? And that's all they do. Not Beguiler. I keep wanting to call them that. Captivator. It's a fucking synonym. I love synonym rolls. Captivator. Sure, but again, that's an archetype. We have a lot of archetype options. Imbued with the power of the divine. Well, yeah. Like the rest of this group seems to be like imbued with the power of divine nature to help nature. Commander would be the non-magic version. Not sure off the top of my head if there's a magic class that can cover it. God, what's a good class for this? All right, so I'm going to write down Commander because that is so far the most perfect option. But we need other options because that makes creativity. Where the hell did I put my markers? Under the bed. Right. Okay. Did he run off with an eraser? There's one missing. Fuck. I hope he didn't. You sprayed my whiteboard.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mara the fish summoner lady is a Starlit Sentinel Yaogwai. And the stupid fucking thing I can't believe I have to do this, but she's a fish Yaogwai, right? Animal Yaogwai is for 4 legs. It just lets you turn into an animal shape that has 4 legs that runs. So that doesn't work. So I chose elemental. There's no Yaogwai option that gives you water breathing. So I had to take Song of the Deep to get water breathing, and then Undyne to get swim speed, just so you could be a fucking fish Yaogwai. But you know what? I'm glad the options exist. It could happen. It's just freaking convoluted. Yeah, but do we need War Mage? Like in any combat, we're going to have like the first round, 2 AoEs can go off, and then a D4 happens. So the second round, another AoE can go off, and the potion could be fed to the Wisp, which gives another AoE. What does War Mage provide that we need? Yeah, exactly, Diana. There's 2 main casters, and one of them is a summoner, so they don't have like full casting repertoire or full casting access. And the other caster is going to be using his spells to change into a bear to tackle people and wrestle them. So we really don't have someone that's handling like utility magic or creating structures or debuffing people or even buffing allies. We don't have buff, debuff, battlefield control. I think that's about it. I know Oasia Skyseer is really fucking similar. Do you mean skill proficiencies? I imagine that's what you mean. I'm asking because I don't remember that, but I'm going to pull it up. Can anybody think of a story that goes with an alchemist or a commander? Because we need to be able to narratively tie these people together. They're in for a common goal, and they're all similarly quirky and nature based. Oh, I also gave Flash the Amber Soul Ardonde feat to symbolize that when somebody hits him, they get slowed, and their next attack is worse. Slots, slowing magic. It made sense to me at the time. Android is inhuman. That could work. What will be the role for an inventor in this party? And I think you're at least generally right, Vanessa, because of what I just read, but I don't read quickly, so good. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. You have to fuck with everything so that you can get attention.
It works.
Well, because he doesn't give up.
No, because you give him attention every time he does.
No, not every time. I wait until he fucks with things to the point that it disrupts what I'm doing.
Which is why he does that more.
Yeah, I know.
Because then you reward him.
But it's annoying. Okay. So ideas are Commander, Alchemist, Android. Remember, we also had a Pixie as one of our earlier ideas. I still vote for Snick. Well, there are like 3 ways to make a Snick. Is that how you pronounce that? Well, whatever. I just thought of so many puns. Snack cake can be a snake that had butt implants, so they have cake, snack cake, snack cake. Sorry. Butt implants are a real thing. Promise. So here's what I have so far. I just wrote Johnny 5 because it's the 5th member of the group. A Highland cow or bison. That's also totally doable. I mean, there's a Minotaur, and there's also the moon-based fuckers that I forget the name of. The moon cows. You know, moon cows. Those guys that are cows with moons and gemstones in their foreheads. Those. Them. What the fuck is their name? Hi. Yes, I love you. Thank you. Yes, the sarong guy. It's Gay. Who cares? So, android pixie snake cow. I'm just writing cow because there's different ways to do these, and same with snake, different ways to do things. What are some other non-human interesting ancestries to add to a nature-based animal group that's trying to take down civilized society and industry? They're just the friendly Planeteers, that's all. They're just friendly people who like the planet. Why? Why do you keep getting down? Minotaur is a cool idea. My favorite PC she ever played. She only played 2 was in Minotaur. Maybe through a terrible blunder that caused an ecological disaster, and they now are trying to right it. That would make sense for an alchemist. I mean, that would work. Bard has buffs and debuffs. Pick. Move your zoophonic for the nature bard and Snow White who speaks with her feather. But yes, I like that. That's true. That's cool and really cute. Minotaur Commander is really impressive. Yes. And that person would definitely lead this group. They walk into town first. There should be a Minotaur feat to like walk into an area and intimidate everyone. Actually, isn't there something similar to that with the new Jotun? Might be. I like the pixie idea because the pixie could be like furious with people bigger than them, and then the pixie themselves is just comical. And the snake people, what would there be ideas for snake people that I guess there's actually only 2. You are vibrating so loud. There's only 2 snake ancestries that I'm thinking of. I mean, there's an amphibian too, but I think there's only 2 snake ancestries. And one of them is just the ancestor, or rather the descendants of snakes. So they're not really snakes. They've become part of society as a whole. They're just humanoids. The Vishkanya. And the other, the name fails to come to mind for some reason. But they are half snake. Like you could have a head of a snake or the body of a snake, and that totally works. But their culture is based around protecting, guarding, and being wise. Okay, never mind. That works perfectly. Pixies are permanently banned from my group. Sadly, I'm the reason why due to my pixie rogue. Well, at least we know who to blame. Threatening pursuit is an area demoralized. Is that a Minotaur thing? It's so annoying that My conversation with you guys is on a delay. It's the same thing with every live stream. It's just weird. Threatening pursuit? Feats? Minotaur? Oh, 13. While not directly related to nature, flesh warp could be the result of some magical calamity that warped who they were and now seek to restore balance in the hope of becoming elf human again. I like that because it's suffering from essentially the predations of humans. That's cool. See, obviously, the way to sell me is a story. Yeah. Flesh warp has a lot of angst to drive this group forward. Oh, that's right. And we said that that Mara is basically the de facto leader because she's trying to bring freedom to everyone. So that's a very mobilizing motivation. So she'd be moving from place to place, trying to free everyone who isn't freed, especially animals, mostly animals. I can picture her collapsing dams and flooding towns. And so it's Mara has complete innocence about what she's doing because she thinks she's just helping everyone. And so we need somebody who's like grizzled and being jaded or harmed by society works because that is someone who has lived through a lot of shit. So flesh warp works well. Will you why you he didn't get my attention. He didn't get my attention with his neck on my hand, so he put his whole fucking body on it. Really, dude? I don't know if Mara would worship anyone. Unless it comes to her. Like, if it became apparent that there's deities that also back up her cause, sure. But yeah, then doesn't it makes perfect sense? Oh my god, you're so cute. Not you, Vanessa. I mean, maybe you are. I don't know. But Kitty, cute. He, he's pawing at the edge of the table while he's laying on my whole arm, and I can't move. I love the flesh warp. The android, obviously, feels a little sterile to me. And the pixie isn't like no stories jumping out at me for the pixie. So unless somebody comes up with a story for the pixie, we're not going to go ahead with pixie. I'm going to erase them, and it can be put on by a convincing story. And the snake person, it fits in general, and the minotaur, the feel of them would be impressive. But what would be a minotaur reason to return people to nature? Like I think minotaurs actually enjoy trade and travel. And then alchemist hoping that alchemy would help restore them again. Dude, this I'm to Diana, you're winning me over with this flesh warp story. It feels right. Somebody wronged by society and has had their physical form just denatured to the point that they are no longer whatever the fuck they originally were. And they side with everything that isn't what has hurt them to bring some peace to their mind. Yeah, they do enjoy puzzles. But but like I could see a Minotaur being an investigator, but would it be an investigator that goes with this group? Or would it be any Minotaur with their own motivation that goes with this group? I just don't see a way that Minotaurs fit. God, androids are too sterile. Android goes away too. So far we have the snake people whose name escapes me and I can't look it up because I'm paralyzed by a cat. I will eventually. And flesh warp, writing with my left hand because that always comes out better than with my right. Yeah, that's actually it's strangely legible. I think my H needs some work. Hi. Yeah, that's right. That's a whiteboard. You're helping. Flesh warp alchemist. This is sort of the monster trying to recover themselves. What? I like psychological reasons for an adventure. Okay, let's look at alchemy. And I'm not closed to other ideas. It's just that nothing else has had such a fleshed out story as the flesh warp. And the snake people motherfucker, I have to look that up. Fine, fuck, 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 fuck. PF2 ancestries. The fuck is the name of the goddamn ancestry? Nagaji. Nagas. Right. Duh. Nagaji. Nagaji mostly eschew the human concept of castes beyond the vague view of a natural order that sees Nagas as holy guides to mortal Nagaji, but they can see the appeal of the concept of karma and the righteousness of fulfilling their proper role in the universe. So they're all about natures. They're like the original nature Nazis. Still, like I have no personal connection to Nagaji. I can feel this flesh warp person. Hobgoblin would be excellent for both commander or alchemist, but I take time to make story. I know Zarquan, but that's the way to sell me, man. It's just who I am. Ah! Ah! Bomber is eco-terrorist feeling. Exactly. Yes, we can go the war crime route. This is a perfect foil for the innocent. I have to do this now. All right, we're doing this. Flesh warp, alchemist, bomber, eco-terrorist, maybe demolitionist. How do we make an eco-terrorist? Because this person is going to create the conflict that keeps the group together, much like the leader leads that the group follows. They're both unifying forces, but they're opposites. So this flesh warped person, they try to make plans to destroy such and such a thing, and it creates conflict and discussion in the group that prompts them to move forward and prompts the group to unite. This is a very wise, thinky group. That's this character's motivation. Boom. Automaton who has an animal soul instead of a human. That's cute. Well, yeah, okay. You are absolutely right. In fact, mutagenist probably fits better than bomber, especially if that's truly what they're seeking. If they're seeking a, I could see them eventually like giving up on finding a way to recreate their body and their life the way they want to and becoming a bomber instead of a mutagenist. But mutagenist is where they would start because they're trying to sort of uncover their real selves, return themselves to nature. And that is that is an inward expression of the outward expression of this group returning to nature. I'm sorry, it's just too perfect. This is great, Diana. Well done. Damn. Damn. Poison ivy from DC is a popular example of eco-terrors, less alchemy and bombs, but maybe something to help guide RP. Yeah, good point. Well, in protection of nature, a hob would say, we don't burn the forest. The trees are our cover and the beasts are our scouts. Absolutely true. Hi, I'm sorry. I see what you're saying, Trickster, but like, you can be a mutagenist and jaded. You don't have to be a mutagenist for pure and hopeful trying to uncover yourself. I mean, you're still probably hurting a lot and jaded against normal society to the point that you would rather not have anything to do with them, and you're trying to recreate your new self. Like, this feels to me like the true original actual occult alchemy. Not necessarily just in this game, Alchemist, but like trying to transmute your body and soul into holy gold. Like someone trying to be the epitome that they can be. Hobgoblin would also work. I just need a story to go with the hobgoblins, and I'm not familiar with the psychology of hobgoblins. Like a human becoming disfigured, I can relate to, obviously. I like this story either way. This story is one that really speaks to me and fits well with this group. So, no matter what ancestry or class we use, this story of being harmed by society, change to be something you're not, uh, banding with this group of freaks who accept you, and you are trying to correct what made you wrong. That could be shown in trying to change yourself physically back to what you were originally, or trying to keep anyone else from being harmed this way. Like Mara would be trying to free people in general, and this character would be out to destroy any magic or science that might strip someone of who they are. It's like a different level of freeing people, like validating independence and making sure that people can choose what they want in life. They're they're a freedom fighter in a different way. They're very militaristic and really don't like elves. I know, but that's like all I know about hobgoblins. I guess it's really easy to relate to animals, and it's really easy to relate to innocent kids, and it's easy to relate to humans. And so all of the stories that are coming from those, I understand and I get. Um, but I also relate to other stories and could tell more stories based on like changelings because I've read a lot of folklore about fucking changelings. Since cathartic mage draws power from their emotions. Yes, I mean I agree with you, but if we're making an alchemist, cathartic mage just doesn't do a lot more. Like it doesn't dovetail with alchemists really. What's the name of the archetype that is it's a surgeon. It's the fucking what's the hell of fucking name? Surgeon? Lepidstadt. There it is. I know we were talking about this last week. I I do not like this archetype. I think it failed at what it was trying to do. But Lepidstadt surgeon fits this concept. It just does. You're an exceptionally good doctor. You use electricity or medicine to try to bring people back to life. This will also work as Lepidstadt surgeon also functions as like a medic. Hi. So we have even more off healing, and I think that would help bring this group together. Um, I have so much cat hair up my nose. I think my nose is meowing. So yeah, baby. Hi. I know. You want the everything. I get it. Yeah, that is cool. Lightning surgeon? What the fuck's a lightning surgeon? Wait, did you mean Lepidstadt surgeon and you're doing dictation, voice to text on your phone? Discarded flesh warp heritage? Yeah, it does totally work. Just to make you even more bitter, though the Frankenstein created flesh warp is also good. Yeah. We're doing a playthrough of Kingmaker. Kingmaker seems like so much fun, but I also, oh my god. Yes, Hedo. I really like the one about the harrow. Uh, I think this bottle might need to be returned. I think it's vinegar. Oh, that is so gross. Oh,
And you just opened it.
yeah. Fuck. Oh, it's nasty. Oh, lightning surging is the. Oh, well, that makes sense for the name. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I forgot because I don't read through Path Builder. And I don't use Path Builder primarily. I'm not meaning to drink kombucha, but yeah, that seems to be what I'm drinking.
And you wonder why you have cat hair.
He's adorable. I can't help it. Okay, I want to go with the person who is suffering and trying to recover themselves. A lot of things would fit with this. Amnesiac background, a lot of different flesh warps. What are other ancestries that fit with this? Because I don't want to pigeonhole us into flesh warp unless if there are any other ideas. So Android would also fit with this. So I'm putting Android back on there. Oh my god, cat hair in my marker. I mean, granted, like any humanoid-ish ancestry would fit with this, but Android specifically could work with this because they are not in their body. Automaton for similar reason. Actually, no, that's right. I was thinking automaton, not Android. They raised Android. Automaton. But androids have a similar thing with their souls as the automatons. So I'm going to put both of them on there. So flesh warp, automaton, android. What else would fit with this? Loss of the self and trying to find a group that will accept you and help you recover who you are. Besides amnesiac. Yes, hello. Again, it does not have to be alchemist. What other classes would work well with this group that would also work with that story?
Flesh hump.
What? It does not say flesh hump. You're a freak.
You're the one with the terrible handwriting.
Flesh warp. How do you get flesh hump from that? Would you like to see my flesh hump? It's right here. That does not. Okay, I see how you say that. Flesh hump. Because no, but it's flesh warp. Fucking weirdo. My girlfriend's weird, y'all. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I gotta be with you.
You really gotta be. I say the most fucked up, weird, disturbing shit, and she's just like, huh. Oh, fuck. So I built War Priest Automaton of Bry. Cool. That's fun. Snack idea was just cause. Flesh Warpers really good thematically. The small shapeshifter race that can take feats to shift into anything. My flesh hump is called a belly. I have a hairy flesh hump under my clothes. This is getting worse. Small shapeshifter. Oh, Tanuki. Fuck, of course Tanuki fits. But actually, no, it doesn't. Because while they are not human and while they do shapeshift, Tanuki are so happy with who they are. I mean, it would have to be like a flesh warp Tanuki. I mean, we could do that.
Keep hitting the camera.
It's important.
So it would seem.
We don't have a thaumaturge, but we have two people that have lots of recall knowledge. We have one person who's a lore master. That's the Anati swashbuckler. And we have one person who gets special bonuses for recall knowledge, and that is our investigator sloth. What reason do we have to have a thaumaturge? I have 2 flesh humps on my chest. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That sounds awful. Astrozoan. Ooh. But these people don't know Pathfinder, dude. I mean, no Starfinder. We'll have to stick with Pathfinder for now. You know what? All right, so maybe next time we'll also include elements of Starfinder for our next series of streams. I'm not saying you have to buy the Starfinder books, but the ancestries are already out there. Yes, if she was not weird, she would not be with me. That's
Correct.
if only we knew when we met that we would actually be together. Hi. We met in 2002. That's a while ago. We met in 2002. I get that they would be able to trigger the weakness, but that is the province of a marshal, and we already have 4 marshals, essentially, because Summoner has a pet that's a marshal. And we already have somebody who can find out what weaknesses are. 2 people. So whoever has the spare action is going to find out what the weaknesses are. All traditions as scrolls, our sloth can already do that, except arcane. And it doesn't take much work to add arcane if we want. Yes, fine. There's a slight action economy, but we don't want to just add a slight improvement by adding a whole new person. We want to add a different aspect that can help either bring the whole together, drive it forward, or assist everyone. Oracle class also feeling violated by God. Yes! Yes! Diana, you're on your shit today. Oracle fits because damn you, God! I hope that wasn't too loud. I forgot my microphone is right here, not over there. We have a druid and a person that has occult spells and sing songs. Ember Shading Keeper, if you have access, go to our Discord and download the character sheets. If you're interested. I mean, you don't have to, but they're there if you want to download them. The last character sheet isn't finished, sadly. That's the summoner. So the first one is a wrestling druid kitty cat. And the second one is a song singing swashbuckler witch with a wisp pet spider. And then our investigator is a sloth named Flash. I'm sorry, I just love that character. I love that character so much. And our sloth investigator has a lot of things to help themselves, their allies, protect their allies in combat. That character is so fucking versatile. Palatine Detective really helped that. Skeleton is also an option for race. Someone murderized you and you want to live again. Also true. Or like you were a zombie and someone stripped off all your flesh and now you feel naked. What? You're not a human. You are a brain piloting a bone mech wearing meat armor. Remember that. It's important. Skeleton, yeah, okay, so Skeleton would fit because you're dead, but the other 3 have more esoteric and deeply personal feeling of violation that can happen. Automaton, android, flesh warp. I've lost myself and I'm left with this. A skeleton, you're basically a whole new person because you're a different kind of creature. You know what? You're still right though. You're right. It's like a ghost. I mean, it's the same thing. It's feels that way too. All right, you're right. I I guess skeletons are boring to me. I gotta sneeze.
That'd be a good time to have a mute button.
I didn't have a mute button. I could have pushed. Is this a mute button? Sorry. At least I warned you. Oh my god, that hurt, and it's your fault. It is. Oh, Commander with Alchemist archetype would actually be right. Would actually work really well. Poppet, who is like Pinocchio, wants to be a real boy. Yes, Poppet would also work because the whole soul transference thing. I still like Flesh Warp best because it's the most like deeply suffering. Like you know exactly what happened to your old body. You're still in it. It's just not the same anymore. And you can't like find your way back to your old body. Like all of these other options, theoretically, your old body could just be resurrected. That can't happen with a flesh warp. I'm s- I'm s- I'm still like referring to flesh warp. Ember Shading Keepers, Arc 1 said it helpful docs CCC characters. I will find the link for you. Link. Wow, that actually worked. That actually worked. I did not know I could copy a link from Discord and put it in chat. Why can't I put other links in it? That doesn't make any sense. Zarquan, I don't have. Wait, I can make myself have the book. Zarquan, if you could type out like what the big loss is between. No, no, hold on. I'm trying to figure out what would be best: Commander with Alchemist or Alchemist with Commander. And Alchemist with Commander seems to feed into this character's idea more. But that doesn't mean it can't be a Commander with Alchemist. Like they could have been a Commander before they died, fine, or before they were warped, not died, or died, depending on the ancestry. Um, I guess Duskwalker or Dompier would work too. There are so many dead and returned to life creatures in this in this game. And anyway, um, like I don't know what really is lost between the commander main class or the commander archetype. Yes, of course it takes more feats, but besides that, I don't know because I haven't studied it enough to know, which sucks. I know. Um, but I know that if you take alchemist archetype, you can do pretty much every fucking thing you could anyway. You just don't get the specializations, which don't impact a lot. Like, I guess I would prefer to do Alchemist main class because Lepidstadt Surgeon is an archetype. And that's the only reason, which seems like a silly reason, granted. And I guess if we work it into the character's story, the class still doesn't matter. So maybe we should just go with mechanics. What mechanically is going to be best for this group for class? Because we already have feel, we have ancestry options, and we have an archetype. So main class for this group: Commander, obviously great. Guardian, hell fuck no. Champion, not needed. Any melee, no. Any ranged archer person. I mean, seriously, you could just give any marshal a bow, and any caster can do ranged. So ranged isn't really a factor we need to account for. Plus, there are already 2 characters that can do ranged. So fuck that. And we don't need a main healer, especially with Lepidstadt Surgeon. This is a cool group. I like that everybody has little fragments of healing and protection that we can do. I love that the Anati has 2 ways of removing fear in the middle of combat. Calm down. It's okay. Everybody, shh. That's 2 separate abilities. I have to say that Commander would work best because there's so fucking many marshals. There are also a couple of casters depending on how we mix up the combat encounter, but Commander will always help, like a lot. I don't think there's any way around it that Commander is probably the most mechanically optimal choice. And Alchemist also fits because Alchemist can buff everybody else. It just takes longer. And Alchemist can also off heal, so I guess we wouldn't need to take Lepistat Surgeon, but it has such a cool flavor for this, it works. I have to say no Oracle because they suck. Sorry, that's just a fact. They suck. They are crap compared to what they were, and the best Oracle is an archetype Oracle because you get access to all the same feats that are bullshit. And we don't need a full caster. Ooh, medic line. Ooh. It's tempting. Race ideas. Samsara. They've been kicking around for a while and have that super long view experience and see that they have to hinder and possibly hold back the march of progress to. I mean, you're not wrong, and it's not a bad idea. It just doesn't compete enough with the angst and character drive of my life is ruined. I must recover myself. My soul is lost. I'm going to bring hell and wrath to those who have wronged me. It doesn't feel the same as Samsara. You know what? I have done this before, and y'all are too young because you're under 300. And I'm just going to tell you that this is leading to a problem, and we need to nip this in the bud. Because, yeah, I've been there before. I've died like 7 times from the same thing. We should stop this now. It's just boring. It's still a good idea. I want to point that out. It's still good. It just doesn't compare with this one. Commander archetype reduces the number of tactics you can use, and you get fewer of the feats. Commander tactics include casters, yes. And they can take a medical light. Okay. Love the idea of the Flesh Warp Alchemist Lepistat Surgeon. You were one of the baddies, but started to grow conscience, so old buddies decided to make them the test subject. Yeah. What about something with the Cavalier banner? Commanders get a similar banner. And there are new banners. Yes, Commander is a new class. I mean, like, came out last week. It's brand fucking new. 63 of something. Like, your test subject name is number 63? Sure, we'll go with that, because it's funny. Okay. Flesh warp, fuck oracles. No, you oracle nonsense. I love the idea of the alchemist, and I think that we can still slip some aspects of alchemy into this character without taking alchemist, because it's the feel, the vibe that we're looking for. And Lepidstadt Surgeon would be a good replacement for the feel of alchemist. So I don't think we have to take alchemist for story, and commander would be far more effective than alchemist, because commander can help everyone. Alchemist can only help people who are willing to take actions to drink shit. I mean, I guess you could fly around the battlefield forcing elixirs in people's faces. And I gotta say, if somebody's playing these characters, Alchemist is a lot more bookkeeping and headache than Commander. It's just easier to play Commander. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to go with Commander, even though they're both like, you could go either way for feel and for assisting the group, but Commander's gonna be better at assisting the group and easier for anyone to play. Yes, subject 63, failure. Embershade Innkeeper, you are not wrong, but have you looked up Timber Sentinel? One character has Timber Sentinel. You don't need healing in the group. It is the most broken OP thing in the system. Every turn, I create a defending tree. Every fucking turn. I took Dragonblood dedication on the automaton because it looked cool and I want the wings. Yeah, obviously, wings. Who would say no to wings? Mechanically, I like oracles because of the number of spells and their curse-bound feats. I just wish the curses were better. Yeah. Mechanically, I think oracles work for their spells, but so does a cleric. So does a witch. Again, witch. See, better than everything. So that the thing is, well, like with oracles, in my opinion, um, divine casting is fine. It's usable. It's very useful for a group to have a divine caster, but they don't get the extra healing spells that cleric does. They do get a little bit of splash effects from other traditions, depending on what curse they took, but also depending on their mystery/curse. They're going to have penalties that may or may not matter. And the mystery is like their subclass, and it doesn't do anything except give them a couple of other spells. Because the curses are so blasé now, and you recover them quickly, they don't affect you much, which means they don't benefit you much either. The feats are awesome, yeah. But divine casting and feats with no extra heal spells are not a reason for me to ever pick an oracle. I'd rather have a cleric with a splash of oracle, and they're a better oracle. Since Commander is new and shiny, I support that. Witches aren't better than fighters. Yes, they are. Everything's better than fighters. Watch my 3-minute video dissing fighters. Yes, you are right, Zarquan. Mystic is better. Zarquan himself proved that shit to me. Mystics are bullshit. Bullshit. Still, we're not making a mystic because we don't need that. We don't. Okay. Yes, I think that Zarquan's statement was in direct response to Ember Shade Innkeeper. I slaughtered your name. I'm sorry. Ember Shade Innkeeper. Because Mystic is better than Cleric for healing. It's kind of sad, but true. Like, the new Mystic class is just better than Cleric for healing. Because they replenish their healing. So, like, the longer a fight goes, the more effective they are. All right, so not Alchemist. We're going Commander, but we're still going to mix a little bit of alchemy into the character. All right, so Commander, Lepidstock Surgeon. My marker's dead. Commander, Flesh Warp. And this character has suffered greatly. Okay, so I respect your opinion, Trickster. I'm not really saying that fighters suck. I just don't see the purpose of a fighter when you could take any other martial. They certainly don't suck. They effectively are better at fightering than any other martial because they get +2 to hit over everyone else. They know where to get the most bang for their boom. Yeah. All right, so Commander and yes, Commander could go a medic line, but really I think that Commander is going to be spending their actions best helping this group. So if any of you are interested, I'd like it if you would take a look at the character sheets and tell me changes you'd like to see to them. Because this is really not just my project. We're all here. I'm downloading Flash now, not the program, the character. Oh, shit. Sloth. I'm even going to download Mara onto this computer, even though I haven't finished her and I know it. Okay, so far we have, oh god, this name. Mittens, the Masked Mangler, there's an extra the in there. Mittens, the Masked Mangler, Muchador, Destroyer of Shoes, Licker of Beans, Slayer of Mice, Seeker of... What does that say? Seeker of Honey, because he's a bear cat. Suplexer of Savages. And then Emancipator. Please, somebody help me with a name. That's just a silly name. It's a freedom fighter, a naughty, so I named them an Emancipator. I do not know what happened with the spells for Mittens. I fucking swear to God I filled that out. I think I just uploaded the wrong file. Damn. I was thinking commander with a pet, but what pet? And doesn't the commander have all of his actions here? Its actions called for? Diana, yes. That's correct. I just joined. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. It's been an hour and a half.
Not a thing.
You missed every fucking thing we did. I guess we can skip all of the preamble and just tell you where we ended up. Flesh Warp Commander with Lepidstadt Surgeon or Alchemist, adding Demolitionist later.
Flesh hump.
It's not a fucking flesh hump. God damn it. I'm fixing that now. What the fuck? You're not helping. This is the opposite of help. What does that say? Now.
Flesh war with a butterfly? Or maybe it's a fly. It's got wings.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. That was the microphone. I was trying to hit my head, not you guys. Vanessa, is that pronounced liberté? You're naughty, huh? What's your name? Liberté!
You gotta say it like that every time, though.
I can't type right. Oh my god, that was really bad at typing right now. Oh. Vanessa, that's a good name.
Flesh war. Butterfly. Yes!
Liberta? But I like my Liberace impression. It's more fun. Two per round at least, but the pet grows up to have its own aura or combines both. Oh, that's right. Plus, the pet can be independent. Okay, all right. What would the pet be? This is a Frankenstein's monster time. What is giving you other traditions on your witch? Oh, you're actually looking at the character sheet. None of them are witches. I'm going to guess. Oh, you must be talking about the Emancipator. Are you talking about the Anati? Dude, man, can you not scroll up, man? Because Diana already said it, man. Hold on, man. I don't want to say it without taking her directly, because, like, it matters. Diana, where the hell you say it? I don't know where you said it. Fuck. Um, the story behind the fleshwort kind of thing is, it really doesn't matter what ancestry you were before, but um, you were kidnapped into the flesh forges of Nex, or hell, maybe you were a volunteer. You served your country by volunteering because you were part of the military, and the military expects certain sacrifices, and so do the flesh forges of Nex. And so you volunteered for an experiment to help you become a super soldier, and they just fucked up your face and gave you tentacles for arms. So you're pissed. And more than pissed, you just feel like you have lost what you were and who you were. And so you are on a mission to try to recover as much of yourself as you could, because they didn't just fuck with your body, they fucked with your mind, meaning that you don't even feel like yourself anymore. So you don't relate to normal humanoids anymore. So you've allied yourself with this group of misfit animals to try to bring down just such installations that mutate people's will and bodies. You are trying to stop other people from becoming like what happened to you. And Alchemist just sort of fits, but the Lepidstadt Surgeon is sort of a deeper understanding of it's showing your pursuit of trying to understand what they did to you and try to fix your own body and put yourself back the way you were. Like, this character is totally going to have the ability, I forget what it's called. Something in no, not something anatomy. It's it's where you have a type of natural attack of your choice, and it's going to be something like just a tentacle. So the Lepidot Surgeon will help your allies by helping you heal them in combat, which is great because we have like a third person that can off heal, and it's a reflection of your pursuit of fixing yourself. And eventually, this character is probably going to discover that they can't fix themselves, so their energy is going to be turned outwards. So at that point, they probably let go of the Lepidot Surgeon and take up Demolitionist, or they just add Demolitionist. Uh, which is giving you other traditions on your witch. I'm sorry, I'm going back to that. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you mean. I don't see any other tradition written down. Just a cult. Are we talking about Flash instead? Because I can explain all of his traditions and how he gets three of them. I'm sorry, Ember Shade. I'm just a little lost on which character you're talking about, I think. Another mix of creatures could be a hippogriff. We could use the fusions. I'm really far back in reading these guys. I'm sorry. Living vessel, warp stuff. Yeah, gross. Experiment 63. It's like Stitch. Experiment 626. Wacky waving inflatable tube. The forcefully changing into another form, turning them bitter and joining other outcasts too. Oh, yes, that is what I was looking for, yeah. Your mini's just your old body. Ugh. Does the flesh warp discover that the real body is the parts you found along the way? uh Embershade, I don't think so. Mittens would be the closest. Oh yeah, Mittens can. Uh Level 2 feet Titan wrestler. And Mitten starts as size tiny, but when he uses his untamed form spell, he becomes medium size, which will allow him to wrestle huge. Are you sure the Anati does have 3 spell traditions? Maybe it's an issue of the add-on I'm using to download the Anati, but I don't see 3 traditions. I just see 1. Oh, do you mean in class notes? I wrote that there because I don't really care what tradition you take. Because since they're an Anati, they can spend a feat on taking the only spell that matters for the theme of this build, which is musical accompaniment. And then they can take the witch archetype to pick up any spell tradition. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think musical accompaniment includes. Oh, that's what it was. I'm going to double check what I'm about to tell you. I think that might be what you're talking about. The notes at the top. If you look at the last page of the Anati, occult is what's checked because all of these spells come from the occult list. But for the functionality of the character, I don't care what tradition you take because witch is useful for the pet and to have a tradition of magic. And no matter what, you're going to have the cantrip that allows this theme to function. So I was trying to point out that it's flexible and you can modify this. That's all. Diana already have Bear Wrestler, yes. Wacky Waving Enchantable Tube Man. Fighting zombies with radiant damage sucks. Sorry, playing a game. Thank you for contributing to the conversation, Trickster. Embershade, is that what you were talking about? The notes at the top of the page? Under class notes? Because if not, I think you're talking about a different character than the Anati. Help me out here! I'm going to keep drinking. Because my everything is sweating. You could have enlarge as an assistance to Untamed Form, but you don't have to. Because Untamed Form, when it's 4th rank, so your 7th level, you become large sized, which means that you'll be able to wrestle Gargantuan. And in this system, that's the biggest there is. And then 5th rank, you become huge and you can wrestle planets. So there's no reason to take enlarge. Because at like 3rd level, you're not going to be fighting dragons. Besides, like, does it come up often that you actually fight dragons or things that are 2 sizes bigger than you? Like, I've only seen it come up when I intentionally made an enormous alien monster just so they could use their feet. Yeah, no problem, Member Shade, I get it. Well, I mean, we can talk about dude, man. We can talk about the character at hand, but we basically have. I mean, we decided that it is a flesh warp commander, Lepidot surgeon that, and we've already built the backstory for it. So, like, you could say more stuff about it if you want to, but I'm also wanting to know if you guys have ideas about how to change the other characters that have already been built, or how these characters work together. No need to be sorry. Who cares? It's fine. I need to shave. Oh my god. Cat fur. Okay, so for you, those of you who don't have facial hair, cat fur sticks to it and then it itches constantly all day. Just be grateful that you don't have facial hair if you have cats. If you. If, fucking. He's over there and it doesn't matter. It's still, he left himself behind. My cats love my beard. They rub up on it intentionally. I know, it's weird. When my beard is short and stubbly, I've had Loot just like put his gums on it over and over and over again.
And then you smell like cat slaughter.
And then I smell like, and then I wash my face. Because I just smell cat slobber. Like, Zarquan posted a meme about this, might have been in a private channel. So much of a cat is beautiful and cuddly and awesome and fun and cute, but their breath is fish death. Mm-mm. It is rotting corpse breath. Ow. Also, since nobody has said any ideas about the character sheets that exist, I mean, you can keep reading it and we'll talk about it too before we go if you want. But I was planning on doing another 5-man band next time, another short series like this. And with those characters not having any plan for the group cohesion or purpose, much like this one, so that at the beginning, at least, it feels very free. And then we'll try to fit stuff into that theme. So, did you guys have other ideas for a specific theme for it? Like all Starfinder, all aliens, all insects. Don't do all insects. I hate bugs. But I mean, you could. I'd go with it. I went with the fish lady who is spreading wetness to everywhere she goes is a thing. And I don't like fish, but we have a fish. I will make lizard people or insects or whatever the fuck weird shit you want. Oh my god, cut her! Ah. You know what? That's actually possible. There's a new archetype that is again a necromancer. They just keep failing at making a necromancer well. Ugh. Okay, so if we do the band of necromancers, I'm going to include my own archetype. So I'll make one, but it won't be ready for the first one. Yeah, we can make necromancers. Well, you know what? I'm going to clear off the board because I take screenshots from the end of this, and I'll just, you know what? Let me take a picture of this. I know it's super simple, but I don't care. I forget shit, even if it's super simple. Okay. Where's my? There you are. themes. We have necromancer. I put the romance in necromancer. Skeletons, Death Knights, Plague Bears. Yeah, there's a lot of options for ghosts. Oh my god, I love the new ghost feats. There's so much new shit. Lich, ghost, vampire, skeleton, other undead, a band of undead brothers, sisters, necromancer. That's correct, Vanessa. I'm not picking my nose. I swear it's just cat fur. Mom said I needed to make friends, so I raised some. Yeah. Yeah. And there's vampires. Necromancy is an easy theme to do. What's another theme? Aliens? Why can't this fucking marker write? There you are, Andrew. Where the hell have you been? Glad you're not dead. Deep dwellers? I like that. What if you had a theme of exiled Greek gods? They don't have their powers, but their personalities. It reflects their class choices. Make a theme, a build around the god. That opens a whole new big can of worms. Let's just say myths, because mythology is a personal passion of mine, and we could choose a variety of myths. So let's go myths. No, can of worms, good. So, what would be your vote here? 1 necromancy, 2 aliens, 3 cuddly, 4 insects, 5 elements, 6 deep dwellers. Yes, those are D's. Shut up. 7 myths, 8 swords. 6 doesn't look like 6. Looks like an O with pigtails. I should probably rewrite that one. Oh, Andrew, what's going on here is that this is the 5th of a series of 5 videos of we're creating characters for a 5-man band. So I wanted to fill all of the narrative tropes of a 5-man band, and we did so. This was the last one. This was the Lancer, which is the foil to the leader. And Diana came up with a good fucking idea that created an inversion of the leader. And so we went with that as a concept for the character. That's how the flesh warp person came about. And so now we have a group of 5 people. The first 4 character sheets are on Discord. If you want to download them, take a look at them. By the time we do this again next week, All 5 of them will be available for download and use because they're fun. Level 6, of course. And next week we're going to be starting a new series of a group, a party of characters of the 5-man band. So the 5-man band consists of leader and lancer, and this character today was the lancer. So the lancer is like the opposite and inverse, the foil for the leader. And then there's the smart guy, the big guy, and the heart. Our big guy is a kitty. Because I loved that. It's a tiny cat who shapeshifts into a bear and wrestles people. Yes, the headless ghost. A crew from the land they originate from. Yeah, Galt. 1 or 7 necromancy and myths. We basically did elements with this one. The cat isn't really related to any element. It's more about nature as a whole and animals. But the Anati is about air. The fish lady is obviously about water. The investigator sloth is about plants, wood. I don't know if that counts, but that's the way his character just sort of evolved because the abilities tended to be plant abilities. And why do I keep forgetting one? Who am I forgetting? I remember.
Naughty.
What?
Naughty.
No, I said that one. The Anati's wind. The one today doesn't really relate to an element. If they did, I guess it'd be earth. No, okay. So we didn't really do elements. There's just a little bit of elemental flavor tossed in. Swords, I thought, would be a very specific theme, which is why it's interesting, because you have to cram weird-ass shit into the theme of swords. Like, I'm an naughty spellcaster. How do I have something to do with swords? Well, I replace all of my limbs with swords. Oh, Emder, this is for next theme, if we have a theme. It's loose for now. Emder says hi, Storm.
Hi.
She has a flashlight in her mouth right now. And it looks like rainbow dreadlocks dripping onto the floor. It's like a rainbow vomited all over her chest. Myths would be interesting, especially with the new AP. I don't know anything about the new AP. Wait, I heard something about it. I don't remember right now. That's a bummer. Big sword guy, 2 sword guy, thin sword guy, throwing tiny sword guy, etc. Yeah, you can do swords. Or if you want to be weird about it, you can do S words. Everyone has something to do with an S word. A few of these I just threw on because I was thinking of them already, like aliens, cuddly, and insects. 7 myths, yeah. We have an equal number of votes for 1 and 7. Necromancy or myths. Necromancy is probably the easiest.
Necromanly.
It's fucking not necromanly.
It's a necromanly.
Hi, baby. Will you kill her for me?
Yeah, with his breath.
Yes, with his breath. No, his breath can only stun people.
Although it is like 100 times better since he has no teeth.
Yeah, since he has no teeth, he doesn't kill people. He doesn't, like, pass plants and they wilt. 1 can fit into 7, sure. Vanessa 7. Okay, 7's winning by 1 point. Okay. I guess we'll go with mythology for the new theme.
I would ask again next stream.
Okay, sure. Then next stream, we'll start off with this vote again. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 1. Motherfucker. 1, 2, 3. What myths do we want to pull from? I don't think we want to restrict that yet, because people have different experiences with different mythologies, and that can be interesting. Hi. What? Why am I giving that to you? That's not a fucking toy. Oh, and remember, we're giving away this die.
We reached 3,000 subscribers. Woo!
That
Your
looks.
choice of ink color.
Can you see that? That's what it looks like, black. And there's also a picture on a recent community post that has purple ink. Yeah, 3,000. I was excited about it. I was like, I kept giving her a countdown by each person that subscribed. Only 4 more, 3 more. And then it was 1 more for like 4 hours. And I was like, I could be the last one. I didn't subscribe on my other account. Myth speaker. I will have to look at it. I'm looking into the deep lore of my favorite god and brainstorm how to express it in Good. So I'll be releasing the video about the drawing for that die in the next few days. He bonks so hard. We call him Bonky because he is. They are Greek inspired, but maybe the players are the myths, aka mythic. Oh, I forgot they were going to have another mythic AP soon. So it's probably that one. Yeah, Greek while cool is still limiting. I think that we need to be open to all myths. I've studied a lot of different mythology. I'm willing to go with whatever. I will put in my own ideas, but I'm not going to steer toward my preferences, which for the record is Lithuanian mythology. Stop it. Sort of like The Witcher. Norse, Chinese, Native American, etc. Yep. I just discovered something. My ass hurts, so I'm gonna end the stream. Seriously, my tailbone hurts. I've been doing new exercises. I love Isis and I love Hecate. Dweller at the crossroads, the 3-faced goddess. Love her. I'm surprised that you laughed at that. So apparently, I still catch her off guard and make her laugh. So that's nice. That's refreshing. No, I've been doing a lot of exercises and surprising amount of them pull on my tailbone. I don't know why, but whatever. I think I've reached a new phase of my exercises where my back is feeling better because I've had more energy the last 2 days.
Yes,
Which is
he's
really cool.
annoying.
She called me a 3-year-old because I was opening all of the drawers and cabinets in the doctor's office today. I don't know where she got that from. I found lipstick. Why is there lipstick in a doctor's drawer? No, it's not a female doctor. And it's just this physical therapist guy named Joe. Why is there lipstick in your drawer, Joe? I don't think he'll answer. Oh, I should go. She's waving. That means I said something that means I should go. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I'll post the last character sheet. God fucking damn it, Edge. Fine. Now they're even. You see what you did? You see what you did? God! No, necromancy is even. I can.
Necromanly.
It's necromancy.
Necromanly.
With
an
N.
Joe has a secret.
It was a really bright red lipstick, like old lady lipstick, like old white lady lipstick. No, it's not necromanly. I'm leaving. Oh, wait. So how do I leave this playing so it doesn't get cut off at the end?
You don't.
But you do it on our streams.
Yeah, but that's because I'm using OBS.
Well, fuck Nuggets.
That's a good ending.
Yes, fuck Nuggets is the best ending ever. Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. I love you. See you next time. Bye.